a word that I've come to really hate and despise lately, and that word is retirement. It just sounds like quitting to me. Yesterday, I had a truly epic day in San Diego. The sun was bright, worked hard in the morning, got my work done, had a round of golf with one of my friends, my lifetime friends. Got to go have some of the best tacos in the world in North Park. And then I went and saw an Aztec basketball game, big win for them. Just a tremendous day. But you know what? I didn't take the camera out and film not a single second of it. You know why? Because my friend and I were conversing about the things that we do in our mid-50s, where we're at in life, and this is dominating my brain cells right now, and it's obviously dominating his and a lot of our friends, a lot of guys that we know. And it's really an interesting struggle and a dilemma and a piece of who we are. How do we balance this idea of creating success, lifelong success for ourselves with the next stage of life? It just sounds like quitting to me. You know, we're both, my buddy and I, and all the guys, seems like in my age group, we're all facing this sort of balance between the mental challenges of life that we've managed for the last 30, 40 years, and the physical nature of life, of like where we're at physically. Eyesight's going a little bit, body's breaking down, sore. It creeps up quick, but it's pretty impactful. And then, you know, we got all these, so many YouTubers and podcasts and different people out there, pundits and self-help people talking about how to make yourself better and how to live longer. And Brian Johnson on Netflix says, live forever or don't die. It's like, dude, are you feeling my body? Feeling what I'm going through? It's brutal, and it's like, it's obvious to me that it's not just me. I mean, it's like, it's tough. It's a big reason why I created this thing for myself this year, this 1,000-miler man challenge, to sort of push myself past this, the physical constraints of life and my body, get control of that so I can have a longevity of life longer than in an active life that's going to be more, continue to be more, I don't know, rewarding. All these guys talk about purpose and finding your purpose, and it's like, do I need to have a purpose? Is that really what we're all here for, is for some kind of purpose, or are we just here to be content? Well, I know I'm not content with my back always tightening up after golf, or not feeling like I can walk upstairs without huffing and puffing, or stepping on the scale and finding a number that just is just obese. Those things are not contentment or purpose. So try to take this year to change that, but it's depressing, right? And but I will tell you that it's where I find peace is with having friends to talk to about it, my wife to talk to about it, my sons to talk to about it, and just finding ways to get their support and help. And I think that's a real important piece of life. It's obvious to me is how we engage with others in this journey, and how we are open and honest about the positive and negatives of where we're at. Our whole life, at this point, my whole career, you're built on everything's great. I'm working hard. I'm doing the best. You know, everything's up and to the right. I'm getting a bigger house, and I'm buying a nicer car, and it's all progress, progress, progress. And I think you get to a point now, for me at least, and I think you can tell with others, is that maybe that progress isn't what's important. Maybe it's a day full of activity and food and fun with a friend. Maybe it's a conversation on the phone with someone you care about. I don't know. It's you start to really reassess and think about what's important. What I'm finding isn't important to me is this idea of quitting, this retirement thing. Ugh. I mean, I got to do something. I got to be something. I've got to be active. I like the idea of taxing my mind, using my analytical skills, whatever that is, just interacting with people. That's a big piece of it. And that's what work provides you to some degree. Can I find it in other places? I don't know yet. I need to figure that out. Like, I need to figure out what's next. But right now, I love what I'm doing. But is it all I want to do? Should it be? Should we be thinking about that next stage? All these retirement videos talking about next stage of life and retire, and it just sort of, it both grosses me out but causes me to think, what should I be doing? What is the right place for me next? I don't know. A big piece of the discussion yesterday, and seems to be dominating my mind, is the financial aspect of all this. I've spent all these years trying to accumulate a larger paycheck, a bigger bonus, accumulate a bigger house. And it feels like now I want less. I enjoy smaller living space, smaller workspace. It seems like I enjoy a simple car instead of a big fancy car. And it seems like we start to decumulate, get rid of stuff. My wife and I both really focused on trying to get rid of things. Hey, buddy. Hey, baby. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah. Look at you. Beautiful. Awesome dog. I love it. You go swimming? Yeah. Yeah. I love it. It's great. He or she is great. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's okay. It's time to go home anyway.
Good. Financial, like just the whole accumulation, decumulation, dominating, like sort of how do you live going forward on what you got, and what more do you need, and what's the right number, and what's the right amount. And it's like, oh my God, it's so taxing, and I just want to like barf at it all, really. It's just not really, doesn't make me feel calm or confident, because I don't really know what the number is and how much money I'll need. I think it's hard for everyone to sort of plan ahead, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. How long am I going to live? I don't know. You try to go through these financial models and make assumptions, and does anyone really know? No, I don't think you know. So you just do what you can to figure out how to best move forward, I guess. A lot of these discussions revolve around purpose and what do you do? What are you gonna do? I don't know. Do I like to play golf? Sure. Can I do it every day? No, I cannot. Do I like to travel? Yes. Do I want to be living out of a suitcase my whole life? No, but I can. Do I want to play pickleball, or do I want to write plays or go to the theater or volunteer? Well, all those things sound okay, but maybe not me. So what is that purpose? Maybe I'm there. I don't even know. Maybe just having these thoughts means, oh, I'm already there, and I should be thinking what's next, and how long do I have to be active? How long do I have to be able to travel? I sure don't feel like it right now, but like, I can't imagine in 5 years I'm going to feel better than I do right now. It's sort of like the AI models, right? They're probably not going to feel, they're not going to be any better than, or I'm sorry, they're not going to be any worse than they are right now, and I'm not going to be any better than I am right now. Ooh, I gotta let that sink in a little bit. What might be good is for me to outline some of the steps I'm taking to try to solve this for myself, and maybe that's something you can use, or maybe I can learn from later, or my kids can learn from later. I think the first part for me this year, in particular with this YouTube channel and my own challenge of walking, running, or hiking 1,000 miles, is intention. Be really intentional about what I want out of the future. And this future I define this year as the next year, right? So getting 1,000 miles in this year somehow, having that intention, big deal to me. Second would be get your financial house in order. Make sure you're figuring out what is it you have, where it is, how you can assess where you're at, how do you manage it. All that is really important to be able to make decisions on the financial future for yourself. So you just have a basis. Going at it by the seat of my pants, which I've done for most of my life, doesn't really work in that realm of financial acumen. So getting a hold of your financial acumen. 3, determine what's important to you. Finding that ultimate priority will help set the stage for maybe what you do next, right? How do we move forward if we don't know where we're headed? Ships leaving the harbor needs to have a port that it's headed towards. Of course, you're never going to go in a straight line. You're going to veer off course every once in a while, but at least having a good sense of, hey, what is that port I'm heading towards? That can be really helpful. All right, so where's this all ending up? Where's this all going? So let's land the plane, Lau. Look, I'm not sure what works, what doesn't work. I do know that I like the trajectory I'm on at this point, given the change in my body physique, given the change in my mental clarity around sort of what's important to me, given just where I'm at in life with different relationships. I like it. I like where I'm at. Definitely feels like there's a lot of pressure to make decisions, financial decisions, lifelong decisions, or remaining life decisions. So I know one thing for sure is I'm not quitting. Maybe I'm just slowing.